united before. Hell yeah. I have been doing this work for nearly 10 years. And when we began, there was this feeling that the wind was at our backs. Like it was a new dawn for our community. And now here we are, on the 10-year anniversary of marriage equality. That's right. And it feels like queer progress is at stake. This year alone, over 800 anti-LGBTQ bills have been filed in state legislatures across our country. There have been corporations pulling back their support from LGBTQ programs, showing us who they really are. And we have seen hate groups turn up the volume on their bigotry. If you have felt despair, you're not alone. But y'all, we have been here before. In the 1940s and 50s, gay people were being arrested every 10 minutes in this country for behavior sometimes as simple as holding each other's hands. In the 50s through 70s, homosexuality was considered a mental disorder. Campaigns were funded to vilify us and to cure us. In the 1980s and 90s, the AIDS epidemic ravaged our community, and the government turned its back and eventually passed things like Don't Ask, Don't Tell and the Defense of Marriage Act. Y'all, we have been here before. If you are feeling despair, you are not alone. And once upon a time, there were others who joined us in that despair. But they chose to fight. They challenged the state. They pressured the APA to take homosexuality off of their list of mental disorders. In 1969, they spurred the Stonewall riots. Our queer and trans people of color led the way so that we could do this. In the 90s, lesbian activists stood up and they advocated for and they took care of HIV positive people when nobody else did. This is the story of our community. If you are afraid, if you're feeling despair, I get it. And you're not alone. But there were people who put their lives on the line. They put everything on the line. They chose visibility. They chose liberation, not just for themselves, but for us. And y'all, it's our turn. It's our turn. The enemy of despair is action. So I'm going to give you 3 actions, 3 nuggets of wisdom from our queer ancestors if you want to be in this fight. You ready for it? Number 1, find community. Find each other. Y'all met so many really amazing organizations at that Pride Fair, and they're doing things for this community. There's a place for you in this work. And if we can't find it, we will make it. Connect. Get involved. The people against us are depending on us being divided. Divide and conquer is the oldest trick in the book. It has been used against every marginalized community, and we see it in our own community. But we are here to say we will not buy that shit. Number 2, find some allies. Y'all, there are so many people ready to stand side by side with us in this work. In fact, there was a coalition tonight that marched with us, you might have noticed. An Affirming Spiritual Communities Coalition. It is a group of 15 different ministers and congregations in our community here to say we are going to stand and fight for your rights and fight for your acceptance. That is what is happening in Mobile, Alabama. There are other coalitions waiting to be created. Find those allies, call them in. When we can't push forward, sometimes we grow out and we find power in that way. There's power in numbers. Number 3, Choose joy. Y'all, our ancestors didn't just survive when the whole world was against them. They danced and they made art and poetry and music. And they lived deep, vibrant, radical, playful lives. They chose joy as resistance. They chose joy for resilience. And we can do that too. We must do that too. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your visibility. Together we will work to make sure that queer youth get the world that they deserve.